Another colossally disappointing season for Artie Moreno and his LA Angels in 2013. Adnan Brooke alongside Nomar Garciaparra and Keith Law. And what to do with Josh Hamilton. Still 4 more years, guys, on this deal. And look at his numbers at this precipitous drop compared to his previous 3 seasons with the Rangers. Batting average down nearly 70 points, on base percentage down 75 points, and his slugging has dipped all the way to .419, a drop of more than 160 points. Keith, you've been in the front office. What would you be doing if you're in that LA front office and looking at this deal?
Well, I'll tell you what's really scary to me and should scare the Angels is that Hamilton seems to have even made some adjustments to his approach over the course of the season. At the end of last year, he'd become almost a hacker, swinging at far too many pitches in and out of the strike zone. He was doing that at the beginning of this year. Yet as the season's gone on, he's kind of been back to where he was in terms of plate discipline 2 seasons ago, and the results have not improved. It's probably the least movable, or maybe the second least movable contract in baseball. The other candidate is Albert Pujols. If you're the Angels, you really just have to cross your fingers a little bit and see if you can work with him, maybe to just try to improve the contact rate a little bit and give up any hopes that he gets back to where he was 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, nobody actually can live up to these contracts that these are signing. I mean, they come with expectations. They're big numbers. That's one of the hardest things for a player, especially when you go to a new team, is trying to live up to these contracts. You just can't, because those numbers are so large. That's first and foremost we have to realize. Do you expect him to be that? I think he can capable of going back to close to those numbers. The only reason is because he wasn't hurt. I think there's also a big mental issue here. You talked about him cutting down those, making more contact. That's a start as well, but I think there's more of a mental issue than a physical. It's different when we see Albert Pujols this year, who had lower numbers, and we know he was dealing with an injury throughout the entire season, saying, okay, once that injury heals, hopefully he'll get back to close to being Albert Pujols. Right now with Hamilton, I think it's more mental, and if they can get over that hurdle, he has a chance to get close to what he used to be.
5 years and $125 million. That's a lot of money the Angels have invested in him, C.J. Wilson, Albert Pujols, guys that really need to pick it up next season and beyond.